Ahem. Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
What's up?
What's up? What's our bit? What are we doing? Are we just getting progressively lower?
Are we?
Let's be the two moose from Brother Bear.
Oh my god.
I'm Rhett.
Doing a fucking Bob and Doug McKenzie bit.
Yeah.
For...
And this here's my brother Took. Well, gee, eh? You're one big beaver.
I need to show you actual Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah? Are they funnier?
No, I mean, granted, it's been a really long time since I was a child, so maybe it's not actually funny. But they are kind of interesting piece of Canadian television history.
Culture.
Yeah.
Well, I had never heard of them before. To me, they're just the funny moose guys from Brother Bear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they did like a scripted talk radio TV show type thing that was like, they were the most stereotypical Canadians. And that was kind of their bit.
Love that for them.
Cool. It is your fault.
I'm sorry. Come in a sec. We just finished watching Spirited Away.
Yes.
Good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like the part where Chihiro does the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Lynn is there.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn's my favorite character.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Leku. Hi, anyone viewing anonymously. Hi, shout out to my brother who decided to, instead of, like, I don't know, knocking on my bedroom door or texting me, use Twitch chat to ask if he could have the last piece of cake.
And you gave your blessing.
I did.
Via Twitch chat.
I did.
How magnanimous of you. The younger child. To say, yes, you may have the piece of cake. I was going to say, technically I'm the youngest person in the house currently, but...
I don't know what age has to do with that, though. Do you think he has some divine right of kings because he's the oldest sibling?
No, I've just been really entrenched in a lot of East Asian media lately, I think, where that is a cultural thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, sure, you can have a cake. Now we're talking about it so much that I want a piece of cake, not necessarily that one, but just, you know. My mom was doing baking day today for, hey, fun fact, because
some of you are American.
and a lot of Americans either don't know or just completely forget about this, but Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, and it's tomorrow. Well, and Monday. Thanksgiving Monday. But yeah, so my mom was doing some baking today, and I'm very excited to eat it tomorrow.
Yeah, pie.
Yeah, acknowledgement of the bullshit that is the reason Thanksgiving is. I wish I could remember, because I remember I got so mad about it like a couple years ago that I was like, why the fuck do we have Thanksgiving in Canada? Because literally all the Thanksgiving stores are fucking American, because everything is fucking American, because America thinks they're the entire fucking world. Anyway. Like, American culture has such a, like, vice grip on Canadian culture, and I find it very frustrating. But I was like, what the fuck? And I actually found some stories that were specifically Canadian about, like, ships and, like, the Arctic and, like, Indigenous people there. But, like, that's the extent of my memory of that, because I read it so many years ago. Hello. This is post-stream editing Cam here. I didn't feel good about leaving the Thanksgiving stuff at just, I forget, because it's fucking important. It's important shit. So I went to try and look some of this up again and found that Smarty Pants Past Cam bookmarked all of the websites, or at least the ones that I deemed good sources, from when I did that reading, however long ago. So I have put the links to all of those websites in the description. There's 5 of them. They all kind of corroborate each other and word stuff in different ways. But yeah, I mean, I guess the long and short of it is I just reread all of these websites just now just to refresh myself as well. The long and short of it is that it is even way back when it was being established, it was influenced by American Thanksgiving and American Thanksgiving practices. Because people will cite 2 particular instances, essentially of colonists giving thanks alongside the indigenous people of wherever they had landed in these 2 separate instances. But neither of them had anything to do with celebrating a bountiful harvest. They were pretty much all just like, "Yay, we fucking survived." And the roots of our kind of more modern Canadian Thanksgiving have to do with it started like shortly before Canada finally separated from Britain. And it was, it was a whole thing about like trying to create a national identity as a good Protestant country or something along those lines. Protestantism was a very big part of the roots of the modern Canadian Thanksgiving celebration. The ideas for it were gained from a publication from the States that was kind of the same thing, trying to root Protestantism at the core of America. Although the other thing about the other thing that's been cited a few times as one part of the roots of Canadian Thanksgiving in particular, because of the timing that all of this was happening was very what's it called? I'm losing the end of this sentence, but it's unsurprising to me that "Thank God We're Not American" was genuinely like part of the roots of Canadian Thanksgiving, because around the time it was being established, Canada had just witnessed the Civil War in the United States. So there was a bunch of like Protestant priests. That's not the right word. I was raised Catholic, not Protestant. Preachers, whatever, who, their like Thanksgiving sermons would be like, "Yeah, we are so glad that we never had slaves and they paid for the blood on their hands." And that's not true. Canada also has a history involving slavery. Anyway, that's my rambly Cliff Notes version. I would highly recommend looking at some of the articles linked in the description. In particular, I think there's one article that's from the Canadian magazine Maclean's. I think that one is kind of the most broad strokes comprehensive. If you only look at one of the sources, I'd recommend that one. Yeah, I just didn't feel good about just, tossing that whole notion in the garbage, and figured, hey, maybe I should actually put my money where my mouth is and revisit that idea, do some educating, kind of close that comment off properly. So I would invite you to please take a look at the links in the description of the video. Thanks for listening. And back to heaven will be mine.
This Thanksgiving, let's give the land back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what we have to say about that. Hi, Corincio.
Corincio. Welcome
to Heaven Will Be Mine with Katzen. That's me.
And no one else.
And well, this is your channel.
No, it's just
I'm the
you.
guest.
It's just you today. I'm not actually. I'm just here to say hi. I'm fucking leaving.
Okay. Bye.
I'm not fucking leaving. You didn't miss.
Hi, Corincio.
Hi, Corincio. Yeah, we're just preambling about Thanksgiving.
More like preamble, more like pre-ramble. Do you stink?
Oh my god.
Alright. Let's put the game on the screen.
Yeah, let's do that.
Look, Ma, the dots are migrating again. Perfect timing. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, there it is. It is on my phone. I just opened the fucking lid.
Katzen got one last sting as the audio cut. Oh, I can't wait to see how that looks in the edit.
Yeah,
You have to leave it in.
I'll leave it in. Like, I could get one last leg up over you and cut it off in post.
Yeah, but that would be just petty.
But
you have to give me the win. Otherwise, take the L.
I mean, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want.
But the people who were there will know.
They will know. Yeah, no, I thought about it, but I ended up deciding. I ended up deciding I would just see how it sounded.
Cut the leg off? No. Oh, no, didn't Corincio dip before the end of the stream? So
no,
you would.
Was lucky.
Oh, that was lucky. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. It's because your names are both purple, so I didn't get you mixed up.
Get a leg up, not cut a leg off. like.
Oh, we're gonna get a demonstration.
Like, stick a leggy up.
Oh, there's now a leg.
There was no leg before.
Nah,
not in this room.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't tactily perceive it, and so therefore it didn't exist. I have no object permanence. I'm 3 years old.
I'm trying to remember my
Child development.
I took a course in developmental psychology that, like, talked about that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to remember. I feel like by 3 years old, that's long past the point of developing object permanence. Or at the very least, it is, like, past the point of having already developed object permanence.
Well, maybe I'm developmentally delayed.
Okay.
I, as a grown-ass adult, still don't have object permanence. When I moved to college, I forgot to call my mom because I forgot that she existed. I never, ever called my mom unless I needed something from her because... Not because I don't like her, I love my mom. I wasn't living with her, so she didn't exist.
Oh, blue. Ooh.
Ooh, I didn't know that you could change it.
Yeah. You can... You can do that.
I
it's
didn't
in your
know
chat
that.
settings.
A brand new world has opened up to me.
Yeah, that's why my name is always that kind of, like, bronze blood brown.
Ah, I see. I thought it was just randomly assigned by the Twitch gods, and you just happened to get lucky.
No, if you don't pick one, then it gives you a random color every time.
Yeah. All right. We're live on stream. Let's play a game. A whole new world. A brand new spanking point of view. Brand spanking new point of view, I think is what I was thinking.
I think that's more so.
I have to go.
Why? It's just a mistake. You're fine.
Okay. No, I'm gonna die live on stream.
No, don't joke about
I'm fine.
You're out of... Would you like water?
Oh, that's why Katzen's always changes. Yeah, because I didn't know that I could pick one. Sure, I'll take some water. Thank you. All right.
Bountiful gift for you, my almost empty water bottle.
All right, we get to start with a poll, although Cons is blinking at us for some reason. Oh, we already did this conversation. Nice.
Cool.
All right. Plastic versus metal, or the acceleration due to gravity?
Swear, made my purple darker. Yeah, your purple and Carancio's purple are like slightly different. Or were, because Carancio was blue now. But yeah, there is just like the faintest difference.
You're blue now.
You're
blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-die.
Am I gonna fucking do that, really? And then
and then you committed.
And then I committed. For some fucking reason. Okay.
Love that for you.
Alright, the acceleration due to gravity, that is Pluto and Cradle's graces. Celestial mechanics and Cradle's graces have one thing in common, and that's escaping Earth's gravity. To do that, they need Saturn and Pluto to work together to corrupt the lunar gravity well. It's an opportunity for one to get the upper hand over the other, but they're not thinking about it politically. Plastic versus metal. Earth has promised to let the children of space sort themselves out, for now, but their machines of war guard the way back home, just in case. When Saturn and Luna-Terra meet in a chance encounter, the true terror of humanity stares them down. So those are the two options. Let me set up a poll.
So we feel strongly that we're very close to the end of the
there was a high grade
Saturn
redemption
route.
somewhere in there. Fuck, my app isn't picking up. Let me reload my app. Sorry, Carancio. My app decided to not show me that.
It's hiding things from you. It's lying. It's obfuscating.
It sometimes decides to not show me things.
Which is very rude.
And then I have to reload it.
Something about this in the light, I'm holding an eraser, made it look like, for the benefit of chat, it made it look like a wrapped candy. Like, maybe it was because you were just touching the Ricolas and then you pulled back and my hand was drawn, my eye was drawn to this. Oops. But I thought it was like a wrapped, like, toffee, taffy, chewy, like, Starburst or something, and I was like, what? But it was...
You're like, oh, why didn't I just put that in my mouth without asking any questions?
No. Do not eat the eraser.
No. They did not actually move to put the eraser into their mouth.
I feel like that little tangent is just like the perfect little like snapshot into how my ADHD brain works, because it's like I'm interrupting myself to clarify things and then continuing my sentence as if nothing happened, which is how my thoughts happen. Oh yeah, you're now lavender.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying we feel strongly that we're very close to the end of Saturn's route, and so this may very well be the final confrontations between each respective person.
Mm. Oh, I did just hydrate. Did you hydrate? You hydrated, right? You hydrated earlier. You want to hydrate again? Let's drink some water. Let's drink some fucking water.
I'm going as fast as I can, Coach!
Okay.
Please don't bench me!
That's clicking all the wrong buttons.
Ah! Chaos here on the streaming bench tonight.
Fucking audio
nightmare?
Well,
I'm an audio nightmare. I should put that on my resume. Audioscape nightmare. Posture check and a stretch. All right.
Yeah, they did show up. My app is working now.
Stretch. I'm putting my arms above my head and I'm stretching.
Oh my goodness, I forgot.
A big stretch.
Nintendo Live 2022 is tonight. It's while we're streaming. They're doing the first holo concert with Deep Cut. I just got the notification on my phone because I turned notifications on before I realized that I was going to be in the middle of streaming. Okay, the poll is live. But, like,
Pull.
yeah, Deep Cut is doing... Yo! Guess what? Today, I beat the secret kettle in Splatoon 3. I beat the secret kettle, and I'm very pleased with myself about it.
I was there as a witness, so was brother.
Oh, that's a nice teal.
Ooh. It smells delicious.
Okay.
You fools! If we do Pluto first, then we'd do Luna-Terra after. We want it to be the other way around. Well, I want it to be the other way around.
Okay, so you know how Katzen feels. I can tell you two apart.
Yeah, that's a noticeable enough difference. Corencio, you're Vriska, and Leku is Trezzy.
No. That's not Vriska Blue. Don't be mean to Corencio.
I mean, it's close. It's like a cerulean-ish.
It's closer to like a wind aspect blue.
I suppose so. More of a cornflower.
Yeah.
And it's like the color of your water bottle.
It is. That is the color my water bottle is, actually.
You are our breath player. Nice. I like aspects.
That navy blue.
I'm thinking about them.
Uh-huh.
Aspects.
Yeah. Okay, Pluto 1. So... it's Pluto.
Blue time. The acceleration due to gravity.
Launch. How is the new equipment fitting?
It's not that much weirder than how it was before. This mission really is a weird one, Mercury.
This was always the plan, you know that. The lunar gravity well is another anchor that all tidal reactors resonate with.
The anchor.
It's how ship cells maintain their form, how colonies on other planets and orbital bases and ships maintain environments humans can survive in. Gravity in both the literal and figurative senses is required for us to live in space, and without it, we'll dissolve into the universe and become everything that humans aren't. There's a lot of that in the universe, if you've noticed. We want to turn into something interesting and specific. Or if we want to turn into something interesting and specific, we have to make sure that we're controlling the aversion process.
Interesting.
We've got a Vriska blue. Yeah. It is a nice blue. It's really a shame. I think I have a lipstick in that color. I miss lipstick. I haven't worn lipstick since before COVID because of masks.
Yeah.
One day.
Is it going to work?
Probably not. I wouldn't trust Iapetus to do this right. There's nothing in it for him, so why would he care? When he lived on Earth, he had everything he wanted. He isn't like anyone else who came to space.
He's just flirting with the idea of transcending human limits for boring reasons, and only for his. There are no places left on Earth to conquer, so he wants to be the first to own the future. Interesting.
Fucking Elon Musk. Anyway, if this actually works, I don't want to share it with him.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I told you I was playing this how I wanted, right? I'm not letting him have this.
Okay, Saturn tempts Pluto to fall in with her. Outcome favors celestial mechanics. Pluto tempts Saturn to entertain a silly dream. Outcome favors Cradle's graces.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So, either we help Pluto... So, this sounds like we either help Pluto do the thing that Pluto wants, which is to establish human life outside of Earth, or we convince Pluto to go existential threat with us and become something else. Because we want to transcend the human form and become something not.
There. Okay. Poll is open.
I'm kind of leaning towards get Pluto to fall in with us, not gonna lie. I want to see... I'm with Saturn. I want to, like, see where this goes. Evert! Fall into the gravity well and evert with me. It's almost like eloping. I wonder if by choosing this route we don't get to do the Luna-Terra, because so far we've been able to do each one of these things. But this choice seems very final.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the whole, like, silly dream thing, just like... It sounds gay. I like it.
I mean, honestly, they're both probably really gay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna fall in.
Yay, Chad agrees with me.
They both sound pretty final.
Yeah.
Saturn tempts Pluto to fall in with her. Favor celestial mechanics. Opening futures, closing pasts.
On the lunar south pole, the moon's first city glitters mundanely. So ordinary, it's hard to believe it's not just another sight on Earth. The Lagrange colony was destroyed, the Ares colony was stillborn, but Earth's satellite is almost as much Earth as Earth is. So we have the authority to name Earth's satellite the Moon, part of our body, the native sphere, and not foreign, unknown Luna. Even if the space program is ended, the Moon will remain part of Earth, as it once was, before a cosmic event tore it from the Earth. Reclaiming the Moon was a historically and existentially important event for all of us. Except for this impossible tower on an impossible mountain, in a point of eternal light which is not so earthy yet. The gravity well is suspended directly above the tower's point, resonating with Earth, to keep every wayward human in space grounded. The Moon has been taught almost all of the Earth's gravity, but not quite. There's still some possibility left.
You're quiet. Are you up to something?
What makes you say that?
The tilt, but also everything else.
Hey, I'm being very sneaky here.
A virgin.
How lurid. Amazing.
The string of pearls and macula circle around a small, glimmering void of the gravity well. For all the good it might do, Celestial Mechanics and Cradle's Grace's capital ships are standing by. Just not too close. Who knows what could happen? I should be suspicious, shouldn't I? I think you must have some sort of evil plan.
Of course. You should always be suspicious. I'm shifty. I'm here to get the upper hand.
Good. That's why I'm here too. Still, I don't mind if it's your evil plan that finally succeeds, as long as it's yours.
You're trying to fluster me. Try harder. I mean, it is working. I just want to get flustered more.
You're in a really good mood. So I'm extra worried. More worried to be working with you than all the times fighting you. Not in a bad way, though.
The gravity well is a massive engine, and it is very stable. To destabilize it is very dangerous to everyone and everything, which is why they're opening it. The escorting operational platforms from Cradle's Graces and Celestial Mechanics tonelessly coordinate with each other to instruct Saturn and Pluto on preparations, like exes that are forced to attend an event for their children together, because that's what they are. Now you're the one who's quiet. I was in a good mood. Did I tease you too much?
Oh no, I was just remembering something. Do you remember this too? We did something like this before, a long time ago.
We did? Together? I only saw you a little bit back on the campus. It was kind of weird. It was a kind of weird time. You seemed really far away then, more so than now, and we weren't there that long. For the third generation, they wanted to kickstart the process, you know? Not a whole childhood of care and attention, but condensed, chemically assisted, cybernetic enhanced growth. Interesting. They wanted us to go from nothing to perfect. I guess by that standard, we didn't fall as short as we could have. Unfolding dimensional cords. Oh, this is like, it's okay. Sorry. Unfolding dimensional cords. Begin torque acceleration.
They were hard times. You know I was really bad at first, right? Not just terrible at all the classes, all of the tests, all of the work, but I wasn't obedient or likable either. I was super annoying. It still feels like that's me most of the time.
That can't be true.
Of course it's true. I wouldn't have tried so hard if I hadn't been like that at first.
Oof.
When I first got here, I knew I was lucky and should have been so much happier than I was on Earth, but everything felt wrong. It took a long time for those memories to turn happy. Containing stray particles, establishing net.
It was the opposite for me. At first I loved being a science experiment, but I guess it would have been different for you. I didn't think about that. But you made it sound like we met each other before. Enabling physical canceller. Limit off.
I'm good at remembering people. There's not that many of us, so it's not that hard, but I remember you. You looked like you started out perfect. You know, I was a little jealous of you. I'm not surprised you don't remember the one thing we did together. Everyone was there, and we were just thinking about what happened and not anything else.
Oh, you're talking about... yeah, that. We were all there, so of course you were there. I didn't think about that either.
Nyx, Iapetus, and Europa all wanted the space program to justify its existence. Earth didn't agree. The alien threat that we defeated with such ease wasn't even worth it. Just a shadow created by waves of humanity in space. A color and a light that fought us and never came into focus. So they had us all come together over the gravity well, just like this, to see if we could pull whatever there were more fully into our universe. And then it went so wrong.
We're talking about what happened with Neith. That was when the space program really ended, wasn't it?
We never should have done it. It was risky, and no one knew what they were doing, and everyone was desperate.
I don't know. Maybe Neith doesn't feel that. Maybe Neith doesn't feel the same way. The tiny point of glimmering darkness in the gravity well sometimes shines in such a way that for a moment it seems like there's something inside it.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it. I can't blame them for what happened, though, either way.
Ha! Really, though? What do you mean, can't blame them? I mean, they were the one who gave in, right? When most people talk about what Neith did, or what happened when they turned inside out in the light of the gravity well, it was as if it was a horrible accident. Like, what just happened? Not something they did on purpose. Why do you talk about it like it was?
I just had this feeling. I didn't really know Neith at all. No, maybe I should just be honest. For a second, I was thinking the same thing.
What if I jump in? I thought the same thing. We could have been like them. during the testing when we saw the gravity well opening before us, we could have jumped in too if we wanted to.
It was scary.
It was. But a lot of us looked at that, and after, we thought, us too. And that was how Celestial Mechanics was born. That's the truth. Whatever Iapetus really wants aside, we have our own ideas.
That's amazing. I could be so brave. When Earth looked at what emerged, they were filled with despair. So that's how I decided to feel too. After all, it was proof that the existential threat was the same thing it's always been. The same thing we've been fighting as long as humans have been humans. The shadow of possibility cast by us. The not quite there aliens we had fought for so long were just caused by our ripples in space-time. We only had ourselves to lose and nothing to gain by fighting them. Where Neith went and what they became, only Venus knows.
Venus?
Venus? Venus. We know the devil Venus, Venus, angel Venus, all those eyes in her. In
Maybe. That wing to see the truth that I had to lay it bare? What did you really feel in that moment before you told yourself otherwise? I'll tell you how I felt. I felt smug. I mean, I did everything right, and that loser messed it up. When I learned it was the end of the program, I was mad. But when they demoted me from piloting anyway, I realized I was the fool. It was an important lesson on not being a good girl.
Stabilizing reaction. Synchronicity perfect. Hold until stable. I feel like I know you a little better now, Saturn.
Me too. In a new kind of way. Now you. What did you really feel?
The gravity well opens. The reactor is turned inside out from shining white to infinite black, drawing in all that is and emitting all that isn't. Yet. But with gravity itself. The weight we have in the universe. That alone is all we need to touch.
Whoa! Spicy.
Oh, there you are.
I knew we'd only get a moment to touch. Do you maybe think sometimes of falling in? Even you? You must have thought about it. Core resonance in perfect conditions, ready for full release.
Gravity well unbound. All stability checks nominal. Here it comes. Back then, I almost did jump in. I thought about it before it was happening. When they said, you must not, under any circumstances. It would make anything I couldn't do possible if I left everything I had behind. It's an awful paradox of a deal, but I wanted to do it so much I would have if Neith hadn't wanted it 1 second more. I've never told anyone that. You're really good at seducing people, Saturn.
If I gave you the chance to fall in again, would you?
Would you fall in with me?
Oh, just you wait and see. The gravity well shines. It is collapsing into a star. Everything is starting. The opening was peaceful, perfect, no problems. Yet there is a feeling, like the fluttering of wings deep down. Whoop!
Ooh!
Whoop!
Okay, and
okay, we do still get to see
Luna-Terra. Okay.
Let's do comms first.
Woo!
Woo! Spicy! Interesting.
Thoughts?
None that I can say on stream.
Oh my god. Okay. You want to do comms first?
Yeah, let's do comms first.
Okay.
Unless you would rather do mail first.
I feel like there were some things in mail that would have been helpful to know before we read comms last time, like the stuff about aversion.
Sure. Let's do that then. Mayo.
1. Ooh. Why children? Origin pilot program training documentation leaked. Author Memorial Foundation.
We read
Native
this
Sphere
already.
Archives.
Scroll up. Scroll up.
What?
We have this already. Click on it.
No. By the end of the space program, with recruitment having stopped almost a decade before.
Oh, okay.
It's different.
Okay.
Yeah. By the end of the space program, with recruitment having stopped almost a decade before the official decommissioning of the space program, all of the pilots had become adults. Yet they were recruited as children and spent the fiercest years of fighting against the existential threat as children. Much like criticisms levied at the Scout programs on Earth, it was a motion that Memorial Foundation considered heavily in deciding how to recruit their pilots. Children have no special piloting qualities, with much weaker tidal authority than adults, who, of course, have the tidal authority to engage other adults. Adults would be stronger, more powerfully able to use ship selves. Much more so, the beloved and chosen adults, rather than the discarded and flawed children that were chosen. That's a really fucking weird sentence. What the hell is happening there? On Earth, adults with much, much stronger tidal forces than children will destroy the existential threat before even comprehending it. And because of this, those threats are able to hide in the world and prey on those who are more weak, such as children, or those who are unchosen, even as adults. Those who are strong enough should struggle with other humans, and those who are weaker protect the rest from the trivial threats outside humanity. Sustained contact with the existential threat often exacerbates this effect, and there is a cold, twofold reason for delegating who will and who will not confront existential threats. Children and the unchosen bear the burden, so adults will not be worn away. What? I feel like I'm missing a piece here.
Beloved and chosen adults. Discarded and flawed children that were chosen. Recruited as children. So the Scout program is a reference to We Know the Devil. Or that's that's brought up there.
Yeah.
There, yeah. Hello from the Summer Scouts. Anyway, it was side forces. Yep. Adults would be stronger, more powerfully able to use ship selves. The beloved and chosen adults rather than discarded. Much more so than. I don't know. That you're right. That sentence is written kind of weird. On Earth, adults with much, much stronger tidal forces than children will destroy the existential threat before even comprehending it. So, like, subconsciously destroying the existential threat. And because of this, those threats are able to hide in the world and prey on those who are more weak. So this is that, like, moral purity shit where it's like, if you are weak and downtrodden, you are more susceptible to sin and bad things, and you must not be tempted. You must be strong of spirit, and if you cave then you are weak. Those who are strong should struggle with other humans, and those who are weaker protect the rest from the trivial threats outside of humanity. So if you are if you're normal. If you're a normal human adult, then you get to stay. But if you are not, then you go to space and sacrifice your well-being to fight something that's not even real in a physical sense. I think is sort of the gist.
Yeah, that's it.
Children, the unchosen, bear the burden, so adults will not be worn away. Because you with your impurities and your already flawedness and whatever, you can do it because you do all the dirty work because we have to preserve that which is good and moral and correct culture and chosen adults. It's like really weird language that they're using, but I think that's sort of the idea.
Yeah.
Who sent this again? Memorial Foundation Native Sphere Archives.
Yeah, this is their
pilot
program training document. Like, this is their documentation for their training program as to why they're running it the way they're running it.
Weird. Okay, comms.
Everything is ready for you. I wish you'd let me help you more.
You'll be fine back home.
Without a ship. I envy you a little bit. Piloting is for girls and jocks. It's not my thing. But I wish I was coming with you. Sometimes. A very, very tiny bit.
Mercury, we are very different. But I love you. We're parts of the same thing. We wanted the same things. And I'll walk alongside you until we get them.
Really? You're not leaving, possibly forever?
If I'm leaving, you're coming with me. If I stay, I'll bring you home. You know you can't rely on me for anything, but you can count on me for this. I promise. I promise.
You promise with correct punctuation and capitalization?
So you know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
What else can I do to pay you back?
Wait, that's what you got? What do you mean that's what you got? I haven't looked at chat in a bit.
Sacrifice the children!
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got, as in, like, my interpretation of what the thing was saying.
Thought she was about to leave before. Yeah, I kind of thought that too. From the email, yeah. Yeah, weird for Saturn using correct punctuation. What else can you do to pay back? Nothing. I count on you for a lot, Saturn. The same way you count on me.
Mission select! Plastic versus metal!
Plastic versus metal.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Spinning up tidal reactor, frequency double checks, first turn. Yawn.
Yeah, I was yawning. 100%.
Frequency double checks, second turn.
Stop and spin them again.
From 0? Again? Where were they at?
99.99999%, but it doesn't matter. They should be at 100%, so we're spinning them again.
Mercury, if I go out and die, it's not going to be because we didn't quintuple check every reactor pulse.
Saturn, this time, please, could you listen for once? No matter how useless I know that telling you this is, I know I say this over and over, but can you listen seriously? Tell me you're going to not be risky this time. It's not a game anymore. This mission is different. It's not ship self to ship self. Those troops are real weapons from Earth, designed for threats that are real, not existential. They are perfectly capable of killing. They are designed for no other purpose. That's not going to even be an issue, though, because your orders are strictly to observe and not get remotely close enough to engage. They won't leave stationary orbit around the near side of the moon. They're Earth's insurance plan, and we can ignore them as soon as we make sure that's all they are doing. Don't joke about dying. That can happen. It won't if everything is perfect, and you do exactly what you're supposed to. It finally matters this time, and you...
Mercury, please. I'm actually really sorry, Mercury. I didn't mean to make you worry. I didn't mean to make you worry for real. I promise I'm not trying to die, okay? I promise, okay? Making poor choices about who to kiss and what to do. I said who to do. Making poor choices about what to kiss and who to do. Who to kiss and what to do isn't the same thing. I listen to you when it's for real, okay? I wouldn't cross the line. You're my friend. No one else is worth you.
That was your...
That was my do you think?
Yeah.
Who to do?
What to kiss and who to do?
Well, I said the what to kiss part on purpose. Do you stink? Who to do? Anyway. No one else is worth you. You're the most important. We've been through too much. I wouldn't ever go back or throw everything we've got away. You know that, right? Sorry I'm acting like I forgot. Mercury? Hey, say something.
You idiot, give me a minute.
He's crying.
Damn it, I was gonna act like I tricked you. I was gonna get to feel smug, making you think everything was serious, and I was gonna lord it over you. But now I'm crying, asshole.
I like their friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good platonic MF for friendship. Haha, sorry about me, but I love you too, don't worry.
Oh boy. Okay. They hide together in the peaceful moon's winter night. Outcome favors Memorial Foundation. Risk dying, tearing that machine to pieces. Outcome favors Celestial Mechanics. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay. So, new poll. We've got
Hide together.
hide in peace. Hide in peace, rip and tear.
Peace or violence? Memorial Foundation.
Not to be confused with
Motherfuckers.
Ah, you are a motherfucker? Ah, you are
motherfucker? Yeah.
Oh,
Hold up. You're very much in favor of not giving Memorial Foundation any points. Diamonds. Yeah, more rails.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Like diamonds in the space.
Language is fun.
Language is fun.
You are a motherfucker.
you are a motherfucker?
Pop Team Epic Season 2 is happening right now. It is in the current anime season. Episode 1 came out last Sunday. Episode 2 is coming out tomorrow. So far, it's exactly the same thing. But, I mean, obviously the jokes are different. But, like, it's, yeah. The animation looks a little bit nicer this time, too, I think. By which I mean, like, more polished. They didn't change the art style. It's still very minimalistic. But it's like, yeah. I think I can speak for my brother when I say his favorite part was the Bob Epic team from the episode from last Sunday. I also thoroughly enjoyed it because they did weird shit. Yeah. Kind of I gotta say, I feel like a lot of it was kind of a mediocre start for this season, but, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some cultural references. I remember, the first season, there was a lot of, like, Googling and, like, finding out fun facts about why they did it this way. Yeah. So, but it's good.
Hey, look, Celestial Mechanics one.
Oh my god, Celestial Mechanics one. Alright, looks like we're gonna fucking blow ourselves up.
Hell yeah.
Risk dying, tearing that machine to pieces. Outcome favors Celestial Mechanics.
Celestial Mechanics advances. Whoa, it seems almost like it can't be a coincidence bumping into you again. Fancy seeing you here.
A likely story, but please stay down. It's closing in. That thing wants to murder us very badly. It wants to kill.
Yep. Aren't you itching to fight it?
The autonomous military unit is waiting for opportunities, it seems, but it's really just reacting to conditions and responding with protocol. It's inevitability, gravity, law. Humans can be pretty unambiguous, which is why if you want something done precisely, you must teach it only a sliver of what humans know. If you want someone dead without complication, you need to remove nuance first. It doesn't have any kind of morality system or decision-making process. It's very non-discriminatory. Just gravity and nothing else. It's a gun, and not much else. So maybe you should stop harassing it so much?
It's annoying, though. I want to bully it. I promised that I wouldn't tangle with something if it was really life or death. But now that I'm here, I'm too tempted. I just absolutely want to tear it to pieces. Completely destroy it, like it wants to destroy me. You ever feel like that? Even when you're terrified?
Especially then, but it's not worth fighting. Not at all, even a little. It's like fighting gravity or a whole planet. What can you call winning against something like that? There are millions more. You can't have a real argument with something like that. They sent autonomous troops because they didn't want to have one in the first place. It just goes to show they really don't care what happens to space or anyone in it. Or they do, and they want this badly to believe they don't.
So you're gonna hate this, but that makes me wish I could crush them even more. Sorry. There has to be a way, right? Oh shit, it's getting bigger. Unlike a ship's self, the autonomous military unit doesn't have a shape that remotely resembles a person. There's no need for that, obviously. You would give something a human shape only if you wanted it to be able to express the fullness of being a human. Interesting. War has never been fought like that. Military technology is designed to narrow available resources in order to efficiently execute a single specific function. Giant robots have never been practical for war. What is necessary is a single vector pointed in a certain inflexible, fixed direction. The autonomous military unit may not look human, but it is human. A single, uncomplicated human thought. Die!
I'm worried that telling you this will just encourage you, so I shouldn't. It feels like a bad idea. But they're not invincible or almighty against us, even if they're incredibly, overwhelmingly powerful. Especially here in the liminal zones of the moon, but not ever. Not anywhere.
It's nice to hear even you get mad about it.
Fear. Yeah.
Fear!
This is an interesting path we have chosen.
I understand the math. We're risking our lives and our personhood, and they're not. It's very one-sided. Humans are cowards. And that makes me want to fight even more!
I'm saying it's not worth it. The statement will be lost on Earth. They've got an endless number of drones.
But you can destroy them, right? I'm not asking if there's a point. I don't care about that. I'm asking if we can. Let me know how you did it, right? Because you have?
You really don't know, Saturn. You just don't. And you never will. You can wish and fight, but Earth will never let us go. 9.8 m/s² is what we are bound to. Your weight and mine are nothing compared to that speed. We can't even scratch the surface. But you are right. It was stupid, but when I was with Cradle's graces, I destroyed one. Pluto made me promise to never risk my life over something like that again.
That's a huge brag, but given all that, kind of a crazy thing to do. Why? Not that I think it doesn't rule.
Earth's gravitational constant. Waiting. So did we know about Luna-Terra's time with Cradle Graces before?
It sounds familiar. It was like she was with them, and then because originally she was with the Memorial Foundation because she was one of their first pilots, and then she defected, and then she defected again, she betrayed Cradle's graces.
Betrayed, like, double agent type stuff?
I don't know. probably we'll get into that in her roots because we'll have we'll have conversation between her and Pluto.
Yeah, math is dumb. Okay.
Hold on. Holding.
Katzen is holding my arm. Holding.
Oh. Cam is holding me. All of me.
Gently. Softly. Okay. Luna-Terra. I was feeling the same way you were feeling. Pure spite. I'm not quite as bad anymore. It was mentioned the double agent type stuff. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
At least I'm trying not to be.
I know that feeling. It's easy to bet your life when you don't care whether you lose it or not. If we fight together, we'll be betting on each other.
It doubles the risk, and there's still no point.
Is there really no point to it, though? Useless. Okay, that's true. But not pointless. You are so clever, Luna-Terra, but you have outsmarted yourself. And now you're believing there is no meaning in fighting against that blind and unstoppable force. I definitely know what battles I want to fight.
The senseless eye of the autonomous weapon fixates on their location, but the string of pearls doesn't give it time to get inquisitive. Saturn's closing the distance, cheating distances. It reflexively attempts to close distance too, but its calculations seem to be constantly just off. Saturn, come back! What did I say?
Were you listening to yourself? Aren't we doing this? Are you gonna prove my point or what? It's no big deal for you, right? You've done it before, right? It'll be twice as easy now. So don't make me fight it alone. That'll be fucked up. It'll be heroic if it's the two of us, so come on, enable me. Don't you want me to not end up like you? Don't you want to not end up like you?
The autonomous military unit is extremely simple. It fires a simple burst of metal directly at a cockpit, particle unaffected by gravity, instantly lethal. It takes all the drama and expression out of fighting. The ultimate anticlimax. That's why true combat is ugly, arbitrary, horrifying, a struggle for power in absolute terms. Not a romance like fighting in a perfect body can be.
Ooh.
It's only because you did something so stupid that I'm joining you.
A blue, elusive streak, unmistakable but impossible to pin down, follows Saturn. Ah ha ha ha! Liar! Fake! Hypocrite! You've never smiled as much before as you are right now! Against even a single autonomous unit, not dying starts out hard and keeps getting harder. Saturn can cheat the distance. It's the reason she isn't instantly dead. Their targeting is flawless and predictive, based on clear indentations made in space-time culture by gravity. But Saturn just cheats. Every time she changes the math, and every time it adjusts to correct and keeps getting smarter and harder. Still, Saturn does the math better than it can. Luna-Terra will die if she thinks to herself about what's happening for even a single second, so she doesn't. She verbs instead. Do this, do that, make it real, make it happen, don't think or blink. Instinct, pure instinct. Creature of action. Simply, impossibly, always be doing, always be being, don't get hit and never die. Nothing like life or death to remind you that being alive is great, and in that state you can become infinitely capable of fighting tooth and nail no matter what.
She verbs instead. Yeah, that statement caught my eye too.
Don't think, just verb. Hey verb, I know what we're gonna do today. When Maricrystium's hard light slugs hit the unit's chassis, it miscalculates, dips in motion, but it's undeterred. It can endure much more than that. Luna-Terra respects that and fires 12 dozen more at as point blank as possible. No time for mercy, so increase the output more than should be possible. Defensive insulation keeps it protected from the string of pearls and electrotoxins. All the string of pearls can leave is a series of bleeding, oozy, hot pink pinpricks. Nothing but scratches until there are so many of them they aren't just scratches anymore. There's no limit to how mean she can get. It's something else fighting like this. I wasn't ready.
You're doing amazing. You're unreal. You have to be, otherwise you're dead. So don't let up, don't stop, keep going. It's the only way. Every approach and hit counts. You've got to be perfect.
The autonomous military unit is faster than either of them, but it isn't faster than coincidence. It's not fast enough to predict someone who's not even thinking, and it's not faster than cheating. Saturn works her whole hand into its guts and comes out with a fistful. It has dozens of redundant components designed to withstand unreal trauma and continue fighting, but there's a slight delay as the failsafe switch circuits. That moment is time enough for Luna-Terra to plunge her iridescent blade into the flailing sensors and burn into white light. Even torn in half, ripped apart both ways apart by a division of light and dark, undone. Hey, wait a minute. I've seen that sentence before. In We Know the Devil. Undo the division between light and dark. By a division of light and dark undone. The autonomous unit still moves. The only way they will win is to be completely thorough. Pull the guts out every which way, never show mercy, and never let go until they've bathed in it, head to toe. At the end, they don't even realize when the moment came that they were still alive, that they had won.
Are you finally satisfied? God, it was worse than I remembered. No idea how I did it alone. Yeah, they censored the explosion. Too rough. Too many guts.
Or maybe it just actually looked that pixelated. I feel incredible. Beyond satisfied. If I didn't feel almost dead, I'd be begging you to do that all over again.
I knew it'd just encourage you. Shows the good it did.
You know, Luna-Terra, I'm fighting. No matter what. No matter who wins. I know the best I can hope for is half of what I want. But I'm not here for realistic outcome, even if that's all we get. I'm just gonna fight, forever, with perfect greed, until I get everything. Greed FMA, is that you?
I don't know if I can be that cool.
Nobody can be as cool as Greed FMA.
But when it comes down to it, I won't stop either.
Neat. It's 11 o'clock. Should we break, or do we want to do the Iapetus thing first?
Let's break.
I mean, these are usually short, but if...
Let's build some suspense.
Okay. We'll leave them storing in, bathing in their juices. What's that called? Marinating. We'll let you marinate.
Yes. Get fucking ready for whatever this is. Okay.
What is this, Saturn? What if I did whatever that fucking accent is for Iapetus?
Boston?
It's like close to a Boston, but I don't know if it's fully Boston.
I feel like someone from Boston might be insulted. Marinate in the suspense, yeah.
Exactly. Stew in your Freddy juices.
Your what juices?
Freddy, like being fretful, like you're fretting.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
but I just was like,
it's not a real word.
No. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to clarify.
It's to stir in Freddy juice or stew in Freddy juices. That I'm quoting Battlefield Terra, which I feel like is relevant to talk about, being that it's the Homestuck fic that's about mechs fighting in space.
Right. Okay.
5 minutes at Freddy's. 5 minutes at Freddy's.
Yeah, instead of 5 nights at Freddy's, get ready for 5 minutes at Freddy's.
And Fretties.
Alright, we'll be back.
Okay, bye. Hello. Welcome back. Oh. Haha. Welcome. Hi. It's us again.
Hello.
We did not change in any way, or become different people, or have extremely life-altering revelations or discoveries or moments while we were gone.
I'm pretty changed. Speak for yourself. I'm eating bread and it's good.
I mean, that's fair. A good bread will change you. Alright. Fucking Iapetus, let's go. What is this, Saturn? The bad ending. For you. You did this. Aw, I'm blushing. I didn't think you'd let me take credit. I'm still all ears, though. Go ahead and tell me all about how I don't know what I'm doing and how I can't possibly understand the consequences. It was a little bit of an accident, honestly. But it's not like I didn't understand what I was doing. You knew all along I didn't have any loyalty. But you thought you could trick me into doing what you wanted anyway. So should you really be surprised things turned out this way? You knew it was a possibility, right? You know, don't you, that this ending will be infinitely worse for you than it will be for me? The splitting of humanity. Very well. I know that's of little concern to you. What comes next will be true war, and in that, we will be insurmountable. If humanity can't be reconciled and the enemy cannot be banished, you will be cut out like a cancer. You know I'm not really an optimist. I don't have any of that hope for the future. But you know, if you were betting on me being spiteful enough to throw away humanity completely, you can bet I'm spiteful enough to prove you wrong. And the world you despise could be real.
The Cradle Grace's fleet is small, weak, and they're desperate. With the dream of space dying, there's no time left, no chances left. The decision has already been made. Humans don't need space. It's one thing to go home, and another to leave forever. Both of those are just up to those of us in space. Neither of those require the strength to pull humanity from its cradle. That's a strength that no one has, and no one should even pretend they have the strength for it. With all of Cradle's Grace's hopes and dreams, Pluto will still try. The pilots bow out as the conclusion of the conflict becomes evident. No, it is now, truly, a war, because the autonomous military units have been arrayed against her for her transgression. This is no longer a fight between the humans of space, but a war with Earth. The autonomous units ready their weapons, and in unison, they fire to kill. As if. Their trajectories bend away from Pluto, blushing at the sight of her. They refuse to meet her gaze, as expected.
Hydrate posture check.
Fuck, I should have filled my water bottle.
Oh, BRB text is still on the screen.
Oh, fuck.
Ha 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 ha. I can't see which is which.
Yep.
Beep.
Beep.
Look at me, I'm doing stream things. Sorry about that. Alright, we are both hydrated.
Hydration has been had.
Dehydrated in his prime.
Oh yeah, Katzen watched me play a bunch of Splatoon today. I got to see Captain Cuttlefish dehydrated in his prime.
He looked like squid jerky. Anyway, their trajectories. Oh yeah, okay.
Red Macula will convert the gravity well directly into the space and time and culture necessary for the future, and they will steal that future from her piece by piece by piece. This is unexpected, but not unprepared for. So, wave 2.
Okay, so we didn't evert. I guess because our gravity with celestial mechanics wasn't high enough. We ended up like Cradle's Grace.
Yeah.
The music is kind of loud, at least compared to Cam.
Yeah, we can fix the audio balancing.
Balance that audio.
Boop. Alright, this should be, I don't know if 2.5 decibels is enough difference, but I will also try to speak up. Okay. Wave 3. Wave 4. Wave 10. Wave 36. Wave 150. Wave 460. Wave 1000. Wave 4569.
Nice.
They know she's not invincible. They know her real truth, that no one who loves her can see. They have the patience and power to take it apart piece by piece. They will strip her down atom by atom if they have to, until she loses mass and gravity and becomes only a girl again. Pluto wouldn't mind if they were trying to kill her. But they have a much more important thing to kill. Cradle's Grace's future. The future of humanity as we know it depends on it. For that, they'll annihilate her without hate, with only human efficiency and uncomplicated thoughts in mind. Join us or leave us. Only through an autonomous proxy can Earth give up on the inexhaustible empathy of the human soul. Only through a proxy can Earth divorce itself from the longing that Memorial Foundation had fought on behalf of, to value their own life above all else. They will do anything, everything, to protect themselves from death, especially at their own hands. For ship cells can only change others and never kill, but that is the fear of Earth above all else. The flawed, pathetic conscience of humanity, playing catch-up to its own mistakes, doing more harm than good. So heavy even Pluto can't bear it. How can she not respond to their pathetic, self-deceptive, self-destructive feelings? How can she say no when they need her so much? She can't.
Acceleration tearing through space-time, crashing through the autonomous units at impossible speeds. Solid light, white and gold, bent and bleeding lance. Luna-Terra understands. Over many years, after much training and teaching, with dynamic technology, how to speak the word no. Ooh. And her spear can write it, and it does.
Sorry. You really should be. You really don't have any mercy. You really need to learn how to hold other people's feelings. I'm sorry for not knowing a better way to do it. But I'm not sorry for doing it. I don't care how they feel. I just care about you.
The autonomous units fall into disarray. They don't know how to match her speed. Luna-Terra rejects their attempts to comprehend her.
You're the worst. What am I gonna do with you? I didn't even want you to do that. Sorry, I did what I wanted to. You'd do the same for me. Even in my foolish future.
If they can pull on her empathy for Earth, they can also tug her desire to be free. When celestial mechanics has so many ways. This one is called eversion impulse. Iapetus despises fighting. He never wanted to develop the ship cells. He would prefer a simpler and less vulgar solution that didn't require bodies at all, of any kind. He's the first betrayer of celestial mechanics' dream for a new kind of body. But he understood it, because everyone can understand the dream to leave these bodies. And that was the name he gave to the instinct that drives humans to abandon what is for what could be. The inside-out impulse. Interesting. There's still time for his masterwork. Pluto can be that linchpin if he's pushed far enough, and the gravity well's Schwarzschild radius expands to the point at which she cannot escape. Past the limit at which point humans can no longer exchange information. Past the limit by which it becomes impossible to regard each other as human. Iapetus loves win-win scenarios. Humanity's discarded children will be free of their obligations to be human. Humanity will have a physical, unified enemy to chase through their pursuit of space, and Iapetus will have sown the seeds of a single, binding, unified culture theory. A white void that will bend the universe to a single set of physical laws. A simple process of autonomous drones injecting degenerate mass into the gravity well is all that is necessary, as long as Iapetus holds Pluto off personally in his Roncevaux Terra, Roncivo. But he also has a ship cell. I'm beginning to think that Iapetus might be the bad guy in this story. He even has a plan for Saturn, should she choose just this moment to betray him. A perfect plan. Like deactivating my access permissions remotely through the back door? Overwhelming me with the mass production String of Pearls series? Everting my gravity reactor through Roncivo-Terra's albedo separation system? Oh, and even more plans than that? You're really so predictable. Alert! Attempting backdoor access to ship self String of Pearls. Of course you'd have a solution for every contingency. Error, unable to find String of Pearls Series 00 backdoor switch activating on mass production String of Pearls Series 0113. You're so stupid. I don't have to outsmart every single one of your genius ideas. Sortie orders. Oh, sortie like exit in French. Orders are fielded for String of Pearls Series 01-13. Roncivo-Terra is designated as their primary target. Just one of them should be more than enough, but I really thought you deserved their full attention. Hey Pluto, unlike LT, I'm not even the slightest bit sorry. It is extremely dumb to fight for a stupid future all by yourself. So thank me from the bottom of your heart for coming to believe in it with you. Praise me for obeying what you never asked me to do. Love me for believing in you.
Of course. I really, really do. All my love and thanks and praise is for you. I won't even pretend to be mad at you.
Not like Luna-Terra then?
I am still connected. We know.
They're trying to turn the gravity well into a black hole.
That's what Iapetus is doing? Okay. Or that's what the girls are doing. I just noticed the Luna-Terra's like leather jacket has just like a little bit of lace peeking out. Anyway, we know. We know.
Back to the topic at hand.
It's the final battle, Luna-Terra. There's no room to retreat.
Oh no, so bad for her. We really should.
You think the end of the world is enough of an excuse to change the subject?
It should be. It won't be the end of the world. The gravity well is open, but it's not sustainable for long. Whatever you're planning, you need to do it soon. You are both so precious to me. And you should know that even together, you cannot stop me.
Hey, don't just fucking dot. I thought you were going to convince her.
I have to do this, because I believe in it too. But Dr. Nyx is willing to sacrifice the Earth, and I'm not. No matter what it costs. Cradle's Graces never wanted independence for space. They wanted all humans to embrace it. The solution is to destabilize the Earth's gravitational field until human life is no longer possible there, and force adaptation to space. Saving humanity against their own will, maybe, and destroying yourself in the process.
No way. Nyx doesn't know what she's talking about. You're throwing yourself away on a dream that won't come true. And you are chiding me for not going in on my own future. The possibility lines have closed. There's no choice of a good future since before we started.
It's too sad. That's why I have to stand with Dr. Nyx's dream. Humans deserve some kind of real hope.
The Schwarzschild radius is where, for a given amount of mass, if it is compressed beyond it, it becomes a black hole.
I have this in the dress. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So they're trying to turn it into a fucking god.
If we keep running into words we don't, we should Google them.
Before assuming that it's just a made-up word for the science fiction?
Yeah.
Why would we have to Google them when we have Leku in the chat?
And that was very helpful clarification. Thank you, Leku.
Thank you, Leku. Did you read that?
Oh. Yeah, humans deserve some kind of remote. And this is as close to it as I can offer her.
Well, how mad will you be at us if we stop you?
I'll never be mad at you, even if I could. Or I'd never be mad at you, even if I could.
Even if you could.
Even if you could.
Like, stop her.
Yeah. But for humans to be caught halfway between space and the Earth is the worst of all bad futures. It will split us in half, and that will mean war. It's the future of eternal war. Of true war. Not this, where zero-G keeps our bodies immortal and unrestricted.
I mean, if we really did declare independence from Earth, wouldn't they see how cool we are and come up anyway?
It's their choice, you know. You can't make it for them. That's their problem. You two really put up a fight. For a moment, I almost believed you. I really thought you might be able to stop me.
Mayor Christium's spine is broken. The string of pearls is subdivided into so many components, its reassembly time is weeks out. Can't blame us for trying.
I wouldn't have been able to do anything else. I really hate this. It's time to... The interfacer's... broken?
Thank God, I thought you missed.
You didn't make the shot easy. I can't control the lunar gravity event anymore. I don't know what's going to happen. What can I do?
Sorry, we didn't think that far ahead.
We just wanted you to decide. Not Dr. Nix.
If you can't have everything, what is the thing you really want?
I don't know what kind of future we're gonna get. I'm not working with much. Anything you do is fine. It's you.
Don't listen to her. Just figure out something that doesn't suck. 3. Compress, redivide, expand. The simplest, childish thought grasps Pluto, bubbles up within her, and she says it before she can stop herself.
I want us to be together forever.
Whew.
In our beautiful shapes in space. Free. With everyone.
Of course, it isn't possible. Not enough people will believe in it. Earth is the primary body of this system, and the medium point between our gravity and its gravity is still deep within the Earth. Yet, they cannot pull us down anymore. That will never happen. We are still in space, and the future is uncertain, if we can even sustain it, but... I declare...
Is that me?
I don't know,
Is that
let's say it together.
I
declare war on Earth!
Okay.
Come get us again! Come find us again! I dare you, I challenge you to prove it once again! What foolishness. Humanity will happily oblige. Yet, they find that their autonomous troops are crushed before they can reach us. Humanity will have to fight us again, on our terms this time. Fight us like children fight, again, with bodies of plastic pretend. If you want to fight us, you'll have to be like us. I'm too cynical for an idealistic dream, too ambitious for a modest dream. I also think love is a stupid reason to do anything. You should never ditch your own dream to be with someone else, that's just going to poison you. If you're lucky, it'll poison the other one too, but what I really mean is, doing something for love should be doing something you love. Not hoping love will find its way to what you do so you can stay in love with someone else. I am, however, stupid. So if this doesn't make sense, don't stop me. But I do think that I wouldn't believe in them if I didn't love them. Actually, I wouldn't love them if I didn't believe in them. I believe. And therefore, with that love, I'm going to go ahead and let them try. I'm on the side of the alien. I will always argue for that. I think that'll keep them honest. I mean, I can't say that I don't want to believe. Keep convincing me and I'll stick around. Make the future worth it to me.
There might still be more today.
Let's bet against that. I'm tired.
They'll catch us off guard.
So stay in your ship self.
You want to laze around still in your ship self?
Why not?
Does it feel nice? Or does it feel as nice?
It's different, but it's better. You can't feel anything. You've still got a lot to learn, Ace.
Maybe I do.
Let Pluto teach you. I'm taking a nap. They're all like lounging on Pluto's lap.
Nah, you're helping.
I'm tired. Shut up. So she says, but when she stretches out on the yellow-red carpet of Venus's jungles, she doesn't go so instantly to sleep. There's room for both of them on Pluto's lap, which is an advantage of living in your ship self. You can do things that you normally couldn't, even if other things are harder. Harder doesn't mean impossible. It just means you have to work for it, to figure out how to make it real, learning a new language that your new body speaks. Moments like these are rare, since we began a war against Earth, though we're quick to remind each other that's not really a war, the way that war used to be. Not the hard clash of steel and lead, but the pliant pressure of plastic and light. Venus's heat melts their metal before they can make it here. Heat melts their metal before they can make it here. When Earth wants to fight, they have to send softer bodies after us. The punishment we deserved for being unable to reconcile is this half-real solar system. The forests are still struggling on Mars, but we're trying hard, and the jungles of Venus are growing so nicely, except they're too wild to give us room. The silicate mosses that grow along the rings of Saturn allow for a very fragile, delicate sort of life. We love these places anyway. They're becoming more and more like home. All we need are more of us. And they come, descending in waves, trying to take us back. We beat them back every time, and sometimes one or two look around and decide, I'd rather stay here. And then there's more of us. Sometimes they succeed and take one of us back home. That's just as fine with us. We should go where we wish, live as we wish, and if our sisters get taken home, they bring a small part of us back to the Earth. That can't go unchanged. Interesting. Like Pluto always said, this future no one wanted is the only future that leads somewhere. A future she couldn't hold, and still can't hold, but she doesn't need to. We are holding it with her. We are holding it together. All together. We can hold this future.
Earth isn't ready to accept us, and we're not ready to forgive Earth. That's okay. We don't have to be. Let's just fight about it. Let's fuck over it. Let's break up and get back together again over it. If we lose in terms we set. And that proves our point, so ha ha, we win. If you hate that logic and think it's stupid, come over here and mess me up about it.
Oh, the queerness of it all.
Come here and make out with me about it. Childhood again and Necklace of Storms. 2 achievements unlocked on Steam.
Neat.
Okay.
Ending complete, and we have 15 minutes left. Hey guys, I think I can beat Cam at chess.
Oh my god. Look, Katzen's been wanting to stream playing chess with me for weeks.
I just think it would be funny. I mean, we can talk about...
Yeah, can we talk about the game?
No, we have to jump straight into chess. We can play chess while we talk about... No, we'll just talk about the game. Christine Love and special thanks. Who's that?
She was there. Oh, it sounded like you were about to... So that... I liked it.
I liked it too. I liked that the ending was like, we reject your society and we have our found family and the things that we do matter, and even though we didn't get exactly what we wanted, we're still making it work. We have a dream.
Game dev of classics like Digital, a love story, and Analog, a hate story. Art director was Mia Schwartz. Yeah, and writing was EVB again.
EVB! It gave you a hole?
It gave you a hole, yeah.
Can play Analog.
I haven't played digital. I can't play the sequel before the first. I'll have to put them on my list.
I had the idea that while we were playing that since it's October, as we get closer to Halloween, I wonder if that will be a good time to play Fight Back, because it's a horror. Horror.
I could.
Well, horror themes. It's gay horror. Yeah, heaven will be mine. I'm curious as to how many endings there are in the game, because there's 3 different, because you can play as each character, right? And then there's 3 characters and there's 3 factions. So can you on Saturn's route get 2 other, like you can get 2 other endings with Saturn, right?
I mean, let's look at the Steam achievements.
Sure.
Because I feel like that would be a tell. And I just got 2. Oh, you played it first? Okay. Yeah, I guess the order doesn't really matter. But,
Whoa.
I'm snuffly. Okay. Okay.
So beat the game as Saturn.
Was Necklace of Storms. Childhood games, beat the game with the Cradle's Graces ending. So maybe there is only 3 endings?
And it's just how you get there. It seemed kind of like the one ending. No, I think there's definitely an ending where they all evert and become something else.
Yeah.
And there's probably an ending where they do whatever Luna-Terra wants.
Yeah, because we've got beat the game as Luna-Terra and as Pluto. Beating the game as all 3 characters is an achievement. Then there's the Celestial Mechanics ending and the Memorial Foundation ending and getting all 3 endings. Subtext is for cowards, see all chats. The ending we chose is get an Easter egg. And
I've never betrayed anyone in my entire life. Play as Luna-Terra and get an ending other than Memorial Foundation.
Okay.
Well, I know what we're doing.
It's one of those, looking at achievements is one of those tricky things where, like, sometimes it's needed, sometimes it's like, is this spoiling the experience? But yeah. So there are just 3 endings and an Easter egg somewhere in there. So, curious.
So I think we're gonna go in a circular fashion then, because as Saturn we got the Cradle's Graces ending, and then so when we play Pluto we'll get the Memorial Foundation ending, and then as Luna-Terra we'll get the Celestial Mechanics ending.
Yeah. So there'll be a little bit less freeform in terms of what choices we make, but I think that would be a cool way to go. Yeah.
Neato. Any other thoughts? That was a lot to digest, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's fucking heavy.
It's dense.
It is very dense.
But it's good. I like it. I liked the imagery and the themes. I'm a big fan of themes.
Yeah. This game is heavy.
Like a heavy cream. Yeah, the rest would be easier to digest now, probably.
Yeah.
Densely packed meaning and stuff.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, it was really good. It was enjoyable. And I'm glad that we're kind of like, we're finishing the week at the end of Saturn's route, because as per usual, we're not entirely sure when we'll be able to do this again, especially because
I'm starting at my job again, so I'm getting a schedule.
Yeah, Katzen is like getting an actual work schedule now. And I'm also starting to work, but my work is...
You mostly make your own hours.
I mostly make my own hours, so... That's why I'm able to do this streaming in the first place. And have such a consistent schedule. Yeah, densely packed within a short child radius. So,
Well, 10 minutes left.
oh my god. You know how fucking long it takes to play a game of chess?
Not if you're good at it.
I'm not.
How long does it take you to play a game of chess?
I also haven't played chess in a long time.
Well,
So,
then we can just, like, reacquaint ourselves with the rules. Oh, but then the next time we play, we'd probably have to do it again, because it'll be fucking 5 weeks. Speed chess, 5 minutes each.
we will stream chess
Speed chess, you only have 30 seconds to make a move.
at some point.
Okay. Now,
I'm also tired though. Like I also
Okay.
just don't think that I have the brain power for
that fair enough.
But
I've
stayed up too
inseminated
late
the
last
idea.
night.
I've put the idea.
Yes, it is now in the public sphere.
Yeah. Were you looking at the chess set in Cam's room that is conveniently there because I gave it to them? I actually have no idea.
The side of my closet that's on is closed. So I wouldn't...
I've never seen it.
We have like a weird amount of chess sets for a household that never plays chess.
No, Crancio, I meant inseminated.
Did I miss something?
I said now that I've inseminated the idea, I planted the seed.
I mean, that is the correct word, yeah.
Let's end stream.
Yeah, let's do that, because it is almost midnight. I'm tired. You have been sleepy all day.
No, I've been the paragon of activity and full high alertness, functioning as a person who runs marathons without dying. For those who watched all of our Heaven Will Be Mine videos, there's a little Easter egg for you.
Missed something because stream cut out. We're gonna do chess sometime. I think that's the crux of the matter. Is we're gonna do it eventually, but not tonight because it's late and I'm tired.
Yeah.
And we stayed up too late, giggling.
Alright.
Yeah. Did not get enough sleep last night. So
Sleepover. Pillow fight. Alright, let's end stream before I say something that'll get us both in trouble. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for joining us for Heaven Will Be Mine. But good night.
Yeah. Alright. Upcoming stream week. Were you about to just fucking cut me off?
No.
You sure?
Maybe.
Because it looked like you were about to turn the fucking mic off.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
No, come back.
No, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Upcoming stream schedule is, we're back to regularly scheduled Extremely Punks Forever on, Wednesday. The weekend... Hold up. I will be out of the house on Friday?
Yes.
Yeah. We could do an experiment.
What's that?
Streaming from...
My place?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be...
Because we brainstormed about it before.
I don't think we could this weekend, because this weekend is the 13th to the 15th.
Yes.
You can have your Saturday stream,
Yeah.
So Friday stream. We could try to do that from my place.
Just because we were talking about... So here's the thing, is that, like, I don't usually say it explicitly because I do like to keep some privacy, but most of the time when I say I'm out of the house for X time or whatever, and I have to cancel a stream because I'm going to be out of the house, 95% of the time I'm just staying over at Katzen's place. So we were recently talking about, because I would like to try and avoid canceling all the time. We were talking about ways that I could maybe stream from their place, like if I did Homestuck rereads stuff like from my laptop and like brought my nice blue snowball mic and just plugged it in, and like seeing how that goes. So an experiment, yes. So Friday is either going to be an experiment or not going to happen. We'll see. Katzen is checking something. So we'll see if that occurs.
I don't know
I'll
what
let you know.
time the thing on Friday is at. I don't know if it's afternoon or evening. Yeah, it's the 13th. We're doing that thing for my birthday.
What? I thought the 13th was a Thursday.
No, that's the Friday. Wait.
No, the 13th is a Thursday.
Oh, ha 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 ha. I can't read a calendar.
So some calendars that fucking put the 2 weekends beside each other on one end or the other.
As it should be. A week starts on Monday.
Yeah, but the weekend is like it bookends. It looks nice. So you've got like the date. It's like the stuff in the center. It's like a nice little chunk, and then
No, but the week and the weekend are separate. Why would you separate your weekend by putting it on either end of the week? The weekend should stay together.
Symmetrical.
But then I get confused. Asymmetry isn't that bad. Fight me.
I don't think it's bad either, but I like the calendar.
Crencio, I'm sorry. I love you, but you're wrong.
Anyway, the 13th is a Thursday. The 14th, Friday the 14th would be when I may or may not be performing an experiment. But then on the 15th, the Saturday, I will be back in my own house and streaming from my usual setup for Homestuck Reread. So that's the plan for this week. Extreme Meat Punks. May or may not do an experiment on Friday. Was the reason you were iffy because you thought that's when we were doing that thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so it should be fine then?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll probably be doing that then, and I'll let you know if that changes. We're going to do a little experiment on Friday. Yeah, and then Saturday will be the usual. So, that's how the week's going to go, and thanks for hanging out. I hope that you have enjoyed Heaven Will Be Mine as much as we have, and, yeah, we will see when it is possible for us to do this again once things kind of settle out with both of our work schedules, but mostly Katzen's. But yeah, for now I'm really glad we're ending on a nice kind of like bookended. We got an ending, yay. Cool.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. See you Wednesday. Have a great week. Good night.